Good morning. How much time do we spend designing our future lives? That thought came to me as I was looking at a post on Facebook on a painting group. And one of the posts basically was talking about, they sprayed 38 buckets in 10 hours. And I'm thinking, geez, that's someone who's committed to putting paint on the walls and getting shit done. I'm wondering if he spent the same time, or even 1/10 or 1/1,000,000th of that time, instead of working hard, maybe working smart. How much time did he spend on designing his business? Because obviously he believes in working hard, and obviously he's successful at it, and he's putting a lot of freaking paint on walls. What if he spent a little bit of time just designing his business and designing his future, or maybe even asking the question, if I go into the painting industry, or any business for that matter, if I go into the painting industry, what's my quality of life going to be 10 or 30, 40 years from today? If they spent a little bit of that time asking those questions, then maybe he wouldn't be so worried about or counting how many buckets he's putting on the wall. Maybe he would be counting how many projects he's doing, how much time he's spending with his family, how much how well he can run his business from his cottage or his boat or his vacation home in Mexico or Portugal or wherever he wants a vacation home, right? If we spent 1/10 of that time, instead of how we can work harder or how we can work efficient, don't get me wrong, that's important. But if we spend 10% of that time saying, well, what if I design a better business? What if I design better quality of life? What if I design a better business blueprint? What if I design a differentiator? What if I work a little bit on branding so I don't have to work so hard in the business? And that's what we call business in a box. Statistics shows that Google statistics shows that most companies have a glass ceiling. Painting companies have a glass ceiling of $800,000. And you could work 5, 10, 40 years. And most people hit that glass ceiling. Most companies don't even hit $800,000. But most hit that glass ceiling and don't go above it. And that's what statistics show. And I'm wondering, why 100,000? Why not 1,000,000 or 900,000 or whatever that is, right? Because 1,000,000 to me would be more of a barrier because it's a big round number, right? But why does it take companies, 10 to 40 years to get to $800,000? Why does one company, while one day painting, get to $100 million, right? Is it because of branding? Is it because of marketing? Is it because, different strategies? Is it because they have different goals? Is it because, what is it, all right? So if you start examining how other companies do it, and chances are you do that, but chances are it's your buddy who's struggling just like you are, who identifies with what you identify with. He'll complain, I can't find quality painters. And you say, well, I can't find quality painters. And you find comfort in that, right? Because now you have 5 or 6 buddies that agree with you that it's impossible to find quality painters. Yet, while one day or CertaPro, and by the way, CertaPro does $800 million. How are they able to attract thousands of painters and you can't attract 5 to give you quality of life? So maybe it's not the industry. Maybe it's not the people, the painters. Maybe it's the way you designed your business to repel painters and not attract painters. So we design what we call a business in the box, where you get the branding, you get the marketing, you get the business blueprint, you get the policy and procedure manual, you get training videos, you get an internal training program, and you get all these different things, right? things that would normally take you 10 or 20 years to design and build on your own, they're already done, and you buy this business in a box. Like I said, I don't want to show you pictures because I don't want to be giving our competition any ideas, but you get everything. You get branding, you get wow branding, because again, if you're not noticed, and I'm surprised how many people say, well, I tend to stay under the radar. I don't want to be involved in social media. Well, how can you grow a business by staying under the radar? I don't get that. A business, a well-designed business, has to have a differentiator, has to be part of the community, because if I don't care how much marketing you do, if the people looking at your marketing don't feel you are part of their community, it's going to fall flat. So you have to be part of the community. Your trucks have to be at the Jazz Festival, the Rib Festival, the whatever festivals go on in your city. You have to be part of that. You have to have a door knocking campaign. You have to have real estate agents helping you with a door knocking campaign, and so on. So a successful business is not an accident. A successful business is designed before you launch it. So to give you an example, a painting business in the box may cost you under $50,000, but will get you to $1 million in revenue in probably 12 to 18 months. So is it worth doing it on your own and struggling for 10, 20, 40 years to get to $800,000? Or should you buy the systems, buy the strategies, buy the proven principles that work, and launch it and get to $1 million and build quality of life and design a business where you can run it from your cottage or your boat or your vacation home? I would love to hear your thoughts. Please post your questions, comments below. Let's start a conversation. Take care. Bye.